back to Guitar Vocalist, the channel that's all about singing and playing guitar at the same time, and just having a total vocal performance. So if you're new here and you like what you see, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's a great way to support what I'm doing and help me grow. So with that being said, today I'm going to tell you this one really simple trick which I use to cheat whenever I want to do solos, whenever I want to have just really fast speed in my solos. And you know, one thing that I really struggle with is if I want to go up and down a scale. So I'm going to be in E minor, and in this case it's right here from, I'm going to start it from the B, so it's B Phrygian. So if I do this, I can't do it really quickly with picking. Like, I mean, especially on acoustic guitar, it's harder because the strings are heavier and there's not like, if you kind of mess up and half press a fret on an electric guitar, what happens is you actually have it kind of make up for the sound for you a little bit, you know? But like on an acoustic, it's just not gonna happen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start going slow and I'm gonna start going faster just to show you at what speed it starts to screw up for me. Pretty easy, that was pretty slow though. You hear how it's starting to, I'm missing some of them now if I go much faster. You hear that now at that point I got confused, I didn't play the wrong note right here, I did this instead of this. But you could see that like, if I practice a line I can do it pretty quickly, but I can't really like, the faster I go the more it starts to mess up my strings, you know? But I basically have this nice little trick which really kind of lets you sneak in some lightning fast solos so much quicker and easier, and it lets you just kind of explode up even without having to develop the speed. I want to be clear, this isn't a substitution for learning to alternate pick. You certainly should learn to do it faster if you want to and that's your goal, but I do think that it allows a different style and it allows you to just have this really fast speed with very little work. And this technique is actually called the legato technique. And actually, really, if you break it down, it's down to hammer-ons and pull-offs and stringing together things. So if I have something like this, I could do that, and I have to pick every note, right? But what I can do is instead, make it much quicker, is I can just hammer them on. So I'm not picking. And now watch how quick I can do that, right? Right? It's really fast, right? And then if I try and combine that with something like this, for example, so let's try like this. Something more bluesy. Pretty quick, right? I could do a bunch of bluesy stuff like that, so. I could just really quickly hammer it on without needing to pick and having the problem with it slowing down. And I could do this with pull-offs as well. So I could just do something like. Or I can do it with pull-offs. And the other thing I can do is I could do like slides, right? So I could do. So I could do all these slides. Now if I string all this together, I can come up with a very explosive solo, even though my actual alternate picking isn't that quick. So check this out. Right? right? So I have all of this really quick speed, but I'm not picking a lot of the notes, and I just memorize the shape of doing this. So I'm playing, right? And I could just string it all together. So that's the trick, really. And the trick is to have like an anchor point. When you're pulling off, it's a little harder, but you have to just have these fingers, these three fingers, be able to pull off easily. So you could also bar this. So this is 2 right now. So, and then as you go down, it's just so much quicker, right? And you don't need an anchor if you start down here. Even this is even easier. As you go down. And the trick is to like come up with a bunch of these and string them like that. And you actually have like a pretty lightning fast solo happening with little work. Now again, this is a simple hack, okay? This isn't like it's not like it replaces the need to alternate pick. You still should practice your alternate picking. But yeah, it just lets you do all this really explosive stuff going up and down like that. And a lot of really good guitarists, what they do is they just string together a lot of these sequences. They memorize the shapes so well for their solo they're going to do that it's just muscle memory, and they don't have to worry about that coordination. So yeah, just a little hack for today. Just wanted to let you know that yeah, there's some really easy ways to do it. It's actually harder on acoustic, but on an electric guitar, if you were to do this, it would just flow right through. And yeah, if you were looking to impress some friends with some fast solos, this is the way to do it for sure. The lazy man's way. But anyway, that's the hack for today. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments on this. And you know, be sure to like look up legato technique or things like that if you want something more in depth. And let me know if you want a more in depth video on this. And until next time, guys.